morning YouTube, hello, and welcome back to another video. I've let the cat out of the bag already.
You have?
There we are. Special guest, Aram's here, hey! And we're not in Kent.
No, we're not.
We're not in Kent. Look at the background, look at that. That's a bit Jurassic for Kent.
And look, I'm all dressed up, woolly hat and everything.
It is cold, isn't it? It's cold. It's about 2 degrees, and we are on Chesil. We're basically right by Portland in the Chesil Beach. The sea's looking lovely.
Oh, looking really nice. Gin clear water, huh?
It is gin clear. Hopefully, we're going to get some fish, get some good footage, and produce a nice little video today. So let's hope. Let's get set up and get some bait out. Before I start setting out, what I would like to add, especially for a certain viewer, sorry Pete, this was very last minute, like last night decided, so I had nothing to do, so I come fishing, mate. But we can come, don't feel left out. I apologise, blame him. Don't blame him, he just doesn't care.
I don't.
Right, let's get set up. Right, so I'll quickly run through the two setups that I'm using, and then show you what Aram's doing. We're working sort of together to work out what's working best at the moment, so I'm going slightly different to what he's going to do. So the two rods I've got the Sonic Gravity HT on the left, and then I've got the Vega Potenza on the right that I've only just got back. It was in Aram's shop, and all this stuff has come back over from the Canaries, and I've got my rod back. So on the Sonic, first of all, I've got a pulley pennel rig there, and the link's up the top to how to build that rig. So I'm going to put that out. I don't know, I'm going to do a cocktail, but I think I'm going to do squid and mackerel on that, see how that fishes first. And then on the Vega, I've got a Chesil rig. Again, the links up in the top corner to that. And I've actually been inspired to use this rig from another fishing channel, which is Rod's Angle UK. He uses it a lot to good effect. So check it out. Does some good fishing videos, and I'm going to use it here. Try and get a bit of movement in the bait if I start getting bites.
Right, finally my stuff arrived from the Canaries. So those two have been my personal setups for surf casting, or beach casting as we call it in the UK, surf casting on the continent, in the Canaries for bluefish, spotted bass, coach's bream, gilt head, anything that's available in the surf beaches basically in the Canaries. Two identical Cinetic continental rods. They're the Cayman Evolutions. They're 4.2 meters, which is 14 foot. With two Cinetic carbon fibre reels. Basically, these are the CRB4, the lightest beach casting fixed spool reels that Cinetic make. They're to compete with the lightweight Daiwas, etc., but less than half the cost of the Daiwas. I'm running, each reel basically comes with 3 spools, quick release systems, but today I'm using the 20-pound spider wire ultracast, and believe it or not, there's 500 meters on each spool here, and these are the shallow spools. So the leader on top is Cinetic Skyline 050 thick which equates to almost 70-pound breaking strain.
And that's what I use on mine as well.
Yeah.
It's awesome, isn't it?
So very, very thin. As I said, 0.5 mil, 0.5. So much thinner than dedicated shock leaders that are on the market, which basically means they fly through on the cast, through the guides. As you can see, it doesn't matter what kind of guide system you've got on your rods. Greg's running on one rod, for example, K guides. On these I've got the Fuji low riders. So they're a relatively small guide.
Yeah, my Vega's on low riders.
But absolutely no issue when your leader's that thin attached to your thin braid, especially if you use a PR knot, which is what I do to join the leader to the braid. The PR knot is a knot which you whip on using a bobbin, which basically makes the knot long but very, very thin, so it just comes flying through the guides, so no issues with that. The rigs, I opted out for the long range rig with 30-pound fluorocarbon snood on one rod.
And the link's up the top, so the link's up there for this rig.
And again, the fluorocarbon I'm using here is by Cinetic. It's called Mimetic, and it's relatively low diameter compared to other fluorocarbons on the market. The 30-pound here is only 0.4 thick, whereas other brands, to get 30-pound breaking strain, you have to go up to 0.5 thick.
Well, let's just point out though, as well, a lot of this stuff is now going to become available to buy, isn't it?
That's right.
So people can start messaging
messaging
me, and between us, we've got, well, you've got a lot of Cinetic stuff.
Yeah, Skyline, Mimetic fluorocarbon, Black Magic lines 2, Black Magic hooks, very, very strong hooks, circle hooks, KL hooks, normal hooks, C-point hooks, DX point hooks.
What we'll do a video then. We'll do a video towards Christmas,
yeah,
with all the stuff that you've got available.
Not to mention 3-piece Conti rods, which are very, very lightweight compared to British beach casting rods. Not to mention Japanese lures, Duel, Yuzuri, not to mention GT ice creams.
All right, mate. Christ, come on, the time's running out. My battery's getting low.
Basically, what used to be a shop full of material, it's now all over in the UK, so everything's accessible.
And we'll do a video soon to show that. So what's on the next rod, mate?
On the second rod, I'm running, again, on the Mimetic, but 40-pound breaking strain, which is 0.5 thick, panel pulley. And these are the Black Magic hooks that I was talking about. That's the C-point, which is basically Black Magic's equivalent to the owner hooks. As you can see from the surgically cut tips. Is it focusing?
Get your hand behind it and it will. There we are.
You can see the surgical
tips on that.
And on the end I like to run the Black Magic KS hooks, which is a very high carbon content hook, zero flex in it. I mean, I've caught big fish, 15-pound tunas, which pull very hard, live baiting with this hook. And if you try and prise it back apart, you get zero movement in it. Very, very strong hook.
And that's on a pulley rig, yeah?
And that's on a pulley rig with a 150 griplet.
Right, so let's get baited up.
And let's get these out.
Hopefully get some fish. Right, so on my 3, yeah, put the drone over there, 3-hook Chesil rig, I'm going with rag tipped with mackerel, I think. 2. I've only got 1 baiting needle, so Aram is patiently waiting to use the baiting needle. And he's cursing me for having 3 hooks now because I need to do 1 more. Sorry, mate. Right, last ragworm on here. There we go. Right. Aram can have the baiting needle. There we go, mate. Should get the knife out, but can't be bothered at the moment. Should get the chopping board out. Can't be bothered at the moment. Now, obviously, when you go to marks like this, you're always reading up on your literature and online, seeing what's being caught and whatnot. But I know, I haven't fished here before, but I know by looking online that it's mixed, it's rough ground, mixed ground. So there's going to be a lot of different species in here. Obviously, the summer months can throw out wrasse and triggerfish and gurnards and God knows what, but just going to see what it throws up at this time of year in December. Now the hook snoods on here are 21 What's the Skyline 21, Aram? What's that in diameter?
0.4.
So these are 0.4, 0.4 thick. So if there is any toothy critters out there, they shouldn't go through this. Anything above 0.30 and you should be pretty safe with anything out there. So gone with 0.4 on this. So that's baited up. Let's get this rod out. Oh, you're baiting up your long range, are you? Oh no, your pulley.
Yeah.
So what are you putting on your pulley, mate?
One worm,
Right.
followed by a sandwich of squid and mackerel.
Oh, you're going for a complete cocktail?
Yes.
Tropical cocktail?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right. There we are, look at him with his bloody Arctic gloves on.
Well, it is cold
I mean, yeah,
compared to
it's,
Fuerteventura.
yeah, it's so cold, it's so cold. Right, I'll come back and look at your finished product. Let me get my second bait out. So let's wrap a squid and mackerel. Oh, rah. Opposite way now.
Well, I'm holding touch wood.
Well, that's good. Right, so both of our first baits are out there. This is now going to get hooked on. This is my second one going out. This is going on the pulley rig. Right, so on this pulley rig I've actually got a 170 just to balance out the actual size of the bait. I'm going to go through the top and out the other side, and the bait is semi-frozen like this. Really makes it a lot easier to produce a nice long straight hook bait. So I've got that in there. Now you've got the scent, squid scent, the mackerel scent, the reflection, the reflective skin of the mackerel there. Got two hooks showing clearly on that. I mean, that's a perfect bait. Hopefully the perfect fish will come along and take it. There we are, both baits are out there, sitting lovely. It's very deep here. The only thing missing now is a fish. So let's hope today produces something.
Didn't see you do that. Is it the same?
Aram's copying me, yes. You've gone for a thinner strip of mackerel with squid at either side of it,
side, I have, yes.
I mean,
is that what you did?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm not copying you.
You went continental, didn't you? You've gone continental. And I've gone...
I'm wondering
I've gone metropolitan.
Is that too big a bait?
No, that's not too big a bait.
That's a good piece of bait.
I mean, if there's rays about...
that end?
That is entirely up to you, mate.
That's the question, isn't it?
The dilemmas.
I might leave that end. Baits are never too big for big fish, are they?
That's exactly right. So, are we going to balloon out a whole tuna here and see what takes, yeah?
Yellowfin tuna head to catch a bluefin.
I do think they come this far along, but I think it's a bit late now. Well, no, wouldn't be, would it? No, it wouldn't be too late.
No,
that would make a video.
That would make a video, indeed.
Right. So here's Aram's work of art. I mean, it's only taken you what, 10 minutes? I hope the fish appreciate it.
It was worth it, though. So, particularly for that rag there.
The rag, let me get my hand behind it so I can focus.
See that rag there? That's the pièce de résistance.
Oh, the rag is the pièce de résistance. Let's hope the fish think that too. Right, well, it's extremely quiet. Nothing is going on at all, not a bite. So I'm going to bring this Vega in. And I'm going to rebait. Not a great sign, mate. Get some fresh bait. This time I'm going to go with some frozen black. Right, so there we go. Oh, Aram's got a bite, possibly. Yeah, we got a fish here. I was just about to cast this out, but let's see what he gets. Still there? What's that on?
Long range.
Long range. Right, let me cast mine out. Give us a shout, yeah? Right, finally, I'm getting some pulls on the lug that's just gone out. It's probably been out 3 or 4 minutes. Nothing major yet. But let's hope it develops into something. Right, it's a dilemma.
It is a dilemma.
It's a dilemma, isn't it? It is now 12:20. Aram's had one knock. We've not had a bite. I've walked up the beach. That one. There's 3 Nepalese guys. They haven't had a bite. They haven't had a fish, but I mean, they're not casting that far. And then there's 2 chaps further on. They haven't had a bite either. We are only here for the day because we haven't got our head torches. So it's the options are sit this out and hope for
one decent fish,
or it could just be one crappy fish.
Yep.
Or we pack up now, we buzz around Portland, find a rocky mark and see if we can find some bites.
Five minutes. If we don't get a bite.
5 minutes, okay. We don't get a bite in 5 minutes. We're going.
Back down and
You heard it here first. We didn't, because this is like about 2 weeks after we actually fished, so it's not. Don't just stare at me.
Let's do it.
Let's go, come on. Right, we're gonna go. We're gonna pack up quickly and we're gonna find a mark around Portland and get set up there and let's see if we can get into some fish for today. So this is how disrespectful some people are. This couple, just in front there, been fishing there all morning. Some chaps just come down, right in front of them, just started diving. Directly in front of where they're fishing. Now,
He's got all that beach.
he's got the whole beach, and he goes right in front of them. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Right, back in the car, 12:46. Oh, it's saying it's 8 degrees, Aram.
Hey?
8 degrees.
Yeah.
It really doesn't feel like 8 degrees out there. Right, we're going to go and find a new mark and head over there. This is exciting. Now, we have come onto Portland and we have come to Church Oak Cove or Bay or whatever it is. This lovely bay, look at it. And we're going to see if we can get some fish here before it gets dark. So we're going to get set up again. Right, so I'm setting up the Vega again. I've got to put a new leader on my other rod. So I'm going to set this one up and get this out. I'm going to put this out again with a Chesil rig with some rag on here. There's mixed ground to the left and the right. Aram's having fun trying to get a spike in. No chance. Any chance?
I could just put it like that, couldn't I?
Yeah. Right, so let's get this set up and get this out. So here's Aram with the first cast at this bay. He's going to get this out. It's gone about 1 o'clock, I think. Nice. Let's see what happens here. We're excited. Are you excited, Aram?
I am excited, mate.
Whee! Well, Aram's going on the edge of the reef. He might be on the edge of the reef, he might be in the rocky water. He's put a long range rig out there. And I am just about to clip up a pulley dropper because it looks like, from Google Earth, Google Maps, it looks like there's a nice sand patch out in the middle there. So I'm going to try and drop this on the sand patch. And what I've got is just a squid bait on this. There we go, squid bait with a head hanging down. Let's get that out. So we've been here about 10 minutes and Aram's just had a bite, a decent bite on the long range rig. He just flew out there. Got us all a little bit excited, that did.
Hey?
Got us all a little bit excited.
Proper.
Yeah, pop a couple of bangs, I saw it. There's possibly something going on my big rod. Just keeping an eye on it. Right, so it's very slow everywhere. But desperate times call for desperate measures. So let's swap this one over first. Now what I'm going to do, go round Aram.
And whack it to tackle graveyard.
Whack it into the tackle graveyard. And hope that a blenny or a goby is hungry. Right.
Imagine that.
Right, so I'm over his lines, but we're going to work together. And he'll tell me when he wants to bring his in. Let's hope I'll get a bite. Well, the tackle graveyard has given me my first bite within 3 or 4 minutes, but it's a tiny bite. Ain't pulling on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Feel 'em?
I felt it in. Yeah, pop a bite, look. Oh mate, come on, here you come. Oh, I've missed it.
Did you feel it?
Yeah. Decent fish. Decent fish.
Yeah?
Yeah, decent fish. Missed him. Oh. Yeah, proper like when you hold the rod and it's doo, 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 doo. Oh, you got. Oh, was that you?
I might check the worms on it.
Mate, that was proper decent bites then. Right, desperate times, very desperate times, desperate measures. Just missed a bite, it felt rassy, so I've left my upper rod with Aram watching it, and I'm gonna venture around these rocks if I can walk on them and get out into the rough ground. I don't want to walk on these green ones though, they're going to be slippery, but I do want to go this way. So let's see if I can find firstly a nice ledge, then let's see if I can find some fish. Right, if I can get on that big one over there, that'd be nice. So let's have a look. Here we go. Nice. Right, this is going to get a little bit wet here. So let's get around this way. It's like Fuerteventura. Oh, this is slippery. Right, so this looks okay here. On here, there's a bit of grip. If I can get across to that, I'll be even happier. So I'm going to get across to that, but this is going to be slippery, so I've got to be very careful. it's extremely slippery. So I'm getting my foot on a corner, so I've got some grip. Ah, there we go. We're up on here. Nice. Right, so I'm going to sit down here, pass this out into the rough there. Light lob. There, nice. Now let's hold this rod, see if I get a bite. It's not very deep where I am. Oh, I just had a nice rattle then. Come on. Yeah, it's a good rattle. Come on, fish. Oh, I got him. Got snagged. And he's on, I can feel him. Ah, man. Oh, I forgot him. Oh, he came in then. Come on. Come on. Right, let's give it a bit of slack. Got one. I've got one. I'm snagged. I can feel it. Come on. Ah. Right, heading back. I've lost the rig last time. Had the fish, good decent bite. Struck into it, hooked the fish because I could feel it thumping at the end. But I think it was a wrasse, went down in a hole, and I couldn't get it out. So I think the lead was snagged. So going for one more go. I've put a flat lead on this time, so at least it reduces. There's one reduction in snagging, so the wires could have snagged on the grip lead, but I'm going to get back to the same place. Well, I know it's slippery here, so I'm trying to walk on the jagged rocks as best as I can, because I do treasure my life. There we go. And it's always better to get on the top of these like that. Yeah, that's slippery. Right, here we go. We're back. We're back. Let's get this back out somewhere out there, similar but not too similar. There we go. Right, now what I'm going to do, sit here again, get tight on this and wait for a bite. Just had a tiny little rattle then. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Right, we've got into a fish. I don't know how big it is. It's giving me a kick. What is it? What have we got? There it is up on the top. What have we got here? Oh, we got 2 on 1 hook, but we'll take it. Look at that. Oh no, we've got 2 wrasse, 2 ballan wrasse there. Very nice, indeed. Well, gonna try and get these back. There, Aram. 2. So let's get this one unhooked. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Lovely ballan wrasse there. Very dark colours. Beautiful. So we're getting back in here. And then we're going to unhook this one. A lot smaller. There we go, look at that. Lovely. This has saved the blank. This has saved the blank. I'm happy with this. I'm going to go back and put some more bait on. I'll bring some bait with me. And then I've probably got about a half hour's fishing. Lovely. That's Aram on his final retrieve. It's been a hard old day. Right, well, that's the end of the session. Sun's going down, and that has been very, very difficult. We have really tried today, and we are. We've really tried. Where is he? There he is.
Effort in, did everything right. Tried baits, excellent rigs. We tried what? 4 different rigs.
Nothing.
Couldn't buy a bite.
Well, I got 2 ballan wrasse in the end on 1 cast, so it saved the blank. I mean, not every session you're going to catch fish. I know I've had to work really hard for them, but anyway, hey ho.
So this is the day. After how long?
Yeah, you've had that out there for
hours.
Yeah, hours, and it's pretty much untouched there.
Pretty much, just the end of here chewed, but that's just about it.
Just sitting there.
Unreal.
Oh well, onwards and upwards, because we can't go any further downwards. Until next time, tight lines, please subscribe.